Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome to this new video here on Solana. We had to do an update. I've covered this very often in the last week, of course, but had to do it again because this Asian session right here has been pretty good. Has been pretty bullish here for Solana. We got the breakout that we've been talking about for the last what is it? The last couple of days, which was the breakout right here above 136 and 135. However, in the video yesterday, to do a brief recap, I mean, I'm not going to repeat the entire video. That's also not necessary. But what I said is that I preferred a move back down into support at 128, 126, potentially dropping down or dipping down a bit lower. I preferred that because that would mean that we could break out sometime next week and that we would not break out over the course of the weekend. Now, as most of you know, the price action is never really as you expected or never really as you want it to happen. So what we have right now is that this Easter weekend, where the volume across the markets is extremely low, we got the breakout. All right, so technically this is great because you can see historically as well, you know, being able to, well, initially, I mean, you could actually drag the level all the way up to right here. And then you could say, all right, well, we have already on, on Thursday, we already broke back above 132. That was great. And now we have another continuation by breaking above 136. And to get up to the next level right here at 145, 150, which in general, if you zoom all the way out, is the main high volume node within this area right here between 170 and 115, right? So that's a major level, and that's in general where the price wants to get to, because that's where a lot of the liquidity is. So if you have some very early buyers, for example, that bought all the way at 115 and 120, it's not very early, but at least relatively it's early. They'll want to push the price up there. However, now the problem comes in. Like I said before, this is a low volume weekend, right? So you can see for Solana down here, the breakout candle we had, this big green candle did have more volume than we've seen since Thursday. But if you compare this volume to the volume we had, for example, when we formed the bottom, or when we crashed right here, or just in general when we tried to reverse here, the volume was much higher, right? So therefore, I'm not fully certain yet whether I trust this breakout. Now, technically I have to trust it, right? Because in my last videos I always said, we're waiting for this breakout. This breakout is coming, and if we actually are able to break out, we're going to move into 1.145 at least, right? And then from there we'll see again what the targets are. So I said that, and then at the same point of time, the volume has decreased, but we did see some volume come in. About like the volume increased about $200 million with this move up. There's open interest supporting it as well. So even though I'm uncertain about whether this breakout is tradable, because it's also going to be quite hard with risk reward. Let's say you take a trade at 136, then you aim for 144. That's a potential reward of 6%. Where are you going to place your stop loss, right? Maybe below the monthly POC, then the potential risk is 5.1%. That's risk reward of just above 1, which is not amazing. But technically, I would say it is most likely that we'll be able to get a retest here, and that we'll be able to push up towards 145, potentially 150. So I do think it's most likely, but I would be careful, right? If you want to trade this, if you want to put some money on the line here, I understand. I'm pretty close myself to doing that as well. But I would be careful, and I would know the implications of getting a breakout on low volume, which historically means that the breakout is less likely to hold. And that also means the pullback that eventually we're going to get, most likely either tomorrow or when the new week starts, will be more violent. So take that into account, but that's what I think you need to know for now. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, have a great Easter, and bye.